It's Bengals and Patriots in the 2024 season opener. Let's get into what I'll be watching for, keys to victory, and a prediction for Sunday's matchup. Hi again, everyone, and welcome in to Cincinnati Bengals Talk. I'm James Rapien of BengalsTalk.com. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you for supporting us. And the season rolls on. If you're looking for more on the Bengals, by the way, check out my one-on-one interview with Orlando Brown Jr. Check out Enter the Jungle from this past week, where on Tuesday night we talked with Ted Karras on location. It was a really fun remote that we did. And so please check that out as well. Let's dive into Sunday's matchup because Sunday's game, and usually Sunday's game is huge. And usually we do keys to victory. I want to do a keys to victory built into what I'm watching for. Everyone's going to be watching, but what are you watching for? And it begins, and I'll get to a prediction coming up in a bit. Today's video, by the way, brought to you by BetUS. But before I get to the prediction, what I'll be watching for, it starts with Joe Burrow. You want to see Joe Burrow, how he responds to getting hit, how he fares against a defensive-minded head coach, against a defense that has lost some pieces, and at the same time, no Christian Barmore, no Matt Judon because they traded him, and yet you look up and that's still the strength of their team is their defense. So this is a good test for Joe Burrow, and it's a good test for this Bengals offense. And so Joe Burrow's health in general, how does he respond when he lands on that wrist after getting hit? And he's going to get hit on Sunday. Would be shocked if he didn't, even though I'm confident in this offensive line. We'll get to that more in a second. It's just something that comes with playing football, right? And so get hit, pop up, got to check off that box. Would love to see that. Obviously, you'd love to see the deep ball, Jamar Chase, maybe a little Andre Yosavash action as well. But I'll be watching for Joe Burrow and what he does, how he acts, how he responds, all of those things. I expect him to play really well this year, starting with Sunday's game. So we'll see it. And I'm going to alternate here: offense, defense, offense, defense. On defense, starts with the run. Can they stop the run? Chris Jenkins injured his thumb. He's dealing with a thumb injury. The good news is you have Sam Hubbard back. He was dealing with injuries throughout camp, or dealing with an injury throughout camp, dealt with an injury last year. He's back. And so you need this to be a group effort, because if this Bengals team is going to get to where they want to go, well, they have to be at least okay against the run. And you better believe the Patriots plan on running the heck out of the ball on Sunday. What they want to do is run the ball, not let Joe Burrow have the ball, and play keep away. Limit the number of possessions in this game. Slow things down. And that's why you combine the two things. If you're getting Joe that we know, or the best version of Joe Burrow, then you feel pretty darn good about their chances of scoring, even against that New England defense that, I said is the strength of their team. The strength of their offense, though, is going to be their run game. They have questions on the offensive line. So if you can stop the run, make Jacoby Brissett drop back, then Trey Hendrickson's going to be able to tee off. Then Sheldon Rankins is going to be able to show everyone why he is in town. I'm also going to be looking for this offensive line to protect Joe Burrow, keep Joe Burrow upright. Trent Brown making his first start as a Cincinnati Bengal. Obviously, Orlando Brown Jr., Ted Karras, Cordell Volson, Alex Kappa. You're talking about veterans now. Volson entering his third year. Thought he had a heck of a camp. And so can he continue that? We'll see. Can Orlando Brown Jr. bounce back a little bit after the groin injury last year that he played through? I know he wasn't satisfied with his year last year. So that is a question. Alex Kappa had an up and down year. I think he wants to bounce back in a big way. So you have guys that are either trying to prove themselves again and are hungry for that, or in Cordell Volson's situation, take another step. They're still on their rookie deal, taking another step. So we'll see. I like that Amarius Mims continues to make progress. We'll see on him. Zach Taylor talks on Friday. If he can't go this week, I expect him to go next week, but might be able to suit up this week. I do like the Bengals' depth there overall, but how they keep Joe Burrow upright is just a huge factor. And the other element of that is just how they look on offense and what they're going to do on offense from a schematic standpoint. Do we see a lot more Joe Burrow under center? I think we'll see some of it, but I think they do what they do. And what they do is shotgun, throw the ball. I expect a lot of throws on Sunday against the Patriots. We'll see, though. Maybe they start out under center. Maybe we see a bunch of handoffs to Chase Brown and Zach Moss early on. I do think they'll have those guys in the game. They'll rotate those guys 50-50. And then the other thing I'm looking at on defense, these young defensive backs. Obviously, Cam Taylor-Britt is the leader in that room right now from an outside corner perspective. Mike Hilton, the leader and the vet in that room. But you're banking on Dax Hill. DJ Turner's still going to get a ton of run, even though Dax won the starting job. But you're banking on Dax Hill, and this is a matchup where you're dealing with some unknowns. The Javon Bakers of the world, there's not a lot of film on him. Jalen Polk, not a lot of film on him. So you don't know exactly what's going to happen with the Patriots. But if they stop the run, then these young defensive backs aren't going to be put in disadvantageous positions. And part of it is they got to come up and tackle too. So all of those things are things that I am watching for. Up next, my official prediction for week one. Week one is here. I'm excited. Hopefully you're excited. We'll get to my prediction coming up next. Today's video is brought to you by BetUS. BetUS has the fastest payouts in the industry. The fastest payouts in the industry. And that's why you got to get in on the action right now, because you're going to get a 150% bonus on your first 1, 2, 3 deposits up to $2,000 with code YouTube50. That's right. It's a new code, YouTube50, right now with BetUS. Week one is here, and Joe Burrow, well, his odds are here as well. Over under 254.5 passing yards with BetUS. My bet is that you are going to take the over here with Joe Burrow. We know the Bengals want to throw the ball around. His health is one of my keys to victory, and it's something I'm watching for, of course, that we see the old Joe Burrow. I expect to see it, so I'm not shocked at all to see 254.5 on the over-under. I will take the over, my friends. And you can get in on the action right now with BetUS. Again, get a 150% bonus on your first 3 deposits up to $2,000 with code YouTube150. It's Bengals and Patriots on Sunday at Paycor Stadium, and this is a game the Bengals should win. Flat out. They should win this game, and there's going to be a lot of times when we say that this year, quite frankly. But the Patriots losing Christian Barmore, trading Matt Judon, 2 really key pieces that would have made this game feel a little different. They still have good pieces on defense. Christian Gonzalez coming back from injury. I'm excited to see that matchup, Gonzalez versus Jamar or T, whoever he's lined up against. But overall, and there are so many things. I mean, I'm excited to see Eric All. I'm excited to see how the tight ends are used. Mike Gesicki, Andre Yosevach in the slot. Like all of these things, of course, I'm excited to see. And obviously it'll happen on Sunday. But you play out these scenarios, and if the Bengals take care of the ball, if they do the basics, stop the run, let Joe be Joe, they should win this game. And I'm taking the Bengals to win this game, 27-13. I don't think there will ever really be a doubt. I also don't think the offense is going to be as crisp. It's week one. So the offense isn't going to be as crisp as you expect. That there'll be some up and down moments on offense, and there'll be a few up and down moments on defense. I just think there's enough playmakers on defense. You have enough playmakers on offense. You have the right quarterback on offense that it's never going to really feel in doubt. But I also don't expect a 40-7 rout or anything like that, even though the Patriots are considered one of the worst teams in the NFL and are rolling with a veteran and their offensive line is bad. I think they'll be competitive, but the Bengals will handle business 27-13. Like I mentioned at the top of this video, brought to you by BetUS, make sure that you check out our interviews this week with Orlando Brown Jr., Ted Karras, literally must watch. Like if you're looking for other videos, other ways to get more Bengals coverage, those are the 2 things that I would suggest. Ted Karras, we talked for 22 minutes on Enter the Jungle. Orlando Brown Jr., we went a little bit longer than that. And check both of those out. Please, please, please also hit that subscribe button. If you're looking for more on the Bengals, check out bengalstalk.com. For Andrew Foxmiller, I'm James Rapien. Ready or not, and I think we're all ready, week one is here. Enjoy the game on Sunday, Bengals fans, and we will have your coverage from Paycor Stadium. So until then, I'm James Rapien. Thank you so much for watching Cincinnati Bengals Talk.